NFL draft results. Obviously, there is no other things that we can look at, but we do the draft every year. So I'm going to give y'all the results as far as what teams did what, how many players who had the most, and all those things. This video probably will be uploaded after we do the full cycle of the transfer portal. It's no big name, so we will do the draft right now. So where it says no data, that means no player has been taken. Alabama had 4 first rounders. Very, very good draft with a total of over 10 players. Pretty good considering they are a 2-time champ and they trying to get back to a three-peat. So it remains to be seen if they can do what Miami did in the beginning of the cycle. Appalachian State had 2 players. Arizona had 1. Arizona State had 2 guys go in regards to the draft. Running back Enric LeCouture, he went 2nd round. These are official drafts, so you guys can know this is official. Auburn had 1 guy win in the 1st round, Juan Ansah, cornerback. Baylor had 1 player. Boston College had 1 guy, Bowling Green, 6th round. This is very important because when recruits are trying to decide what program they want to go to, this here can play a big role into them deciding which school. Clemson had Henry Bond Jr., very big name, probably the biggest name in the offseason, with him being that Heisman candidate being on top and then going down. Between him and Graham, running back from Michigan, I would say probably was the biggest name this offseason. Colorado didn't have any players. Just going through the big names, really. Florida had a few guys go. So far as we see, Alabama had the most. That's 4 first rounders. Georgia had 2 first rounders go. Matthias Sims and Glenn Rourke. But they also had a lot of guys total. Georgia Tech had 1 guy go. So it looks, let me make sure I'm not flipping too fast, but it looks like Bama is in control of the draft. Iowa had 1 player. I'll make sure I'm not going too fast, but it's when it say no data, no player was drafted. That's wild. That's interesting. Kennesaw State, to say they are small, had 3 players go. Louisiana had 1. Louisiana Tech had 1. LSU had 3 guys. I'm very interested seeing that a lot of these guys didn't go high. Miami had 1 guy go 1st round. They had a lot of players go. They had the most players go so far from what I see when giving y'all my analysis. Alabama had the most first rounders, and it seems like Miami had the most total. Graham went 2nd round. Wow, this is a guy that was on top of the Heisman charts, and he went 2nd round. I was thinking he was going to go first, so that's definitely going to be a story that we're going to bring into the headlines. Graham McKever. I'm actually jot that down in my notes. Graham McKever. Him going low. 2nd round. That's a shock right there. That's pretty low, man, considering what he was able to do this season. I'm gonna check something too in a minute, but no, I'm not, because I'm not gonna have to. This is recorded. Not a lot of NFL talent. A lot of guys didn't go drafted. Interesting. Notre Dame had 1 guy go 1st round. Had a few guys go in 2nd. Ohio State had some guys go 2nd round. Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State have a very young team, So I'm interested to see what they're going to do, in regards to the 2031 season. They have a very, very young football team. SMU has one player go. South Carolina, Southern Miss. It's pretty well for Southern Miss considering the level. Syracuse had one guy go. Syracuse had a very, very good season. They are a young team that will be back. TCU. There's a lot of talent in this league. That's what makes it so fun. Like, I'm not okay. Running back for Texas had one guy go. He went second round. Ahmed Ansah. He went second. Texas A&M had the most first rounders. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first rounders, and then they had a total of over 20 guys go. I mean, that's pretty good. Texas A&M leads, then Alabama. The good thing about it, and there's a bad thing. The good thing, you send your kids off after some years to the league, and the bad thing about it is you have to replace them. UCLA had 3 guys. But this helps with recruiting. So you want to get as many guys to the league and high rounds because that's going to help your grade. So it's actually great because it helps you with recruiting. Washington had one player go. Washington State didn't have anybody. West Virginia had a few players. Wisconsin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They tied up with Texas A&M. Then they had some guys go second round. So I would say Texas A&M, Wisconsin, Bama. Those are your top in regards to the draft.